Hey, it's Heather, and today is a very good day for an adventure in gardening. The season of wet dog begins. So I'm starting a project right now for my kids, for my daughter and my son-in-law, which I did tell them they still needed their mom. Yep, true story. Because right now we need to think ahead a little bit and make sure that they have a little plot of land for a garden. So this is really the kind of project that I would have started last fall and collected all the leaves, chopped up all the leaves and laid them down in this area right here, just so they'll have 6 tomato plants or so right there. So I'm a gambler as far as a gardener goes, and it is still March, and I am pretty sure that I can gather the remaining leaves that I can find today from all the places, chop them up with a lawnmower, and then lay them down kind of coming out like this, right like that. And I'm gonna put a lot of leaves in there, all chopped up, and I think there's gonna be plenty of spring rains to help them to decompose and to be ready for planting in May. And if not, we're gonna till them under, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But my fear for a lot of people who are kind of jumping in on the garden bandwagon right now is their soil. And soil is a really big deal. It's a make or break kind of thing. And anything that you can do right now to make your soil better is going to make your garden better later, and you will have more food and less frustration. Now I have all my leaves in place where I want them. And you really can't tell how tall this pile is, but it's a big heaping pile, and it'll mat down as time goes by. But these were all the leaves I had, and I think it's going to work out, and if not, I'll just till it in. I'm going to show you why I love to use leaves as a soil amendment, other than the fact that they are free. But this is my tomato row here, that all this has ever been is chopped leaves. So I'm going to see if we can take a look at the soil underneath. Can you see this beautiful soil? The tomatoes love it. So this was added in the fall, and I didn't stir this pile. I just kind of set it in place, and when I dig the plants in, I'll dig through the crusty layer on the top. But this is what works for me. I love leaves. So this project has taken almost a week to complete. I went around the whole property and gathered all the leaves and chopped them up as finely as I could, and I put them into that pile that I showed you in a previous shot. So now I have to really speed up the process by employing a few techniques, because honestly it takes a good year almost for leaves to decompose all the way by themselves, if left by themselves. So my plan is, and I'm a gambler, so I do have a backup plan, but my plan right now is to rely on the spring rains. And if we don't have a lot of spring rains, then I'm going to water the pile of leaves on a regular basis, and I'm going to keep checking it. It's right in my beaten path where I have to walk every day. And I'm going to basically stir or take a rake and stir the pile a few times a week at the very least. Keep turning it over in place. Other than that, as soon as I have some grass clippings, as soon as I have some fresh grass clippings, I'm going to put grass clippings on the top, and then I'm going to stir that in. Also, I am going to be adding my own compost accelerator from my own homegrown compost with all the good little critters that are good at breaking down leaf material. Here's a shovel full of my homemade compost here with some critters in it that do all the work of breaking down the old leaves and old vegetable matter. This is what I'm going to use as my accelerant to break down the leaf pile. So I'm going to scoop up a whole bunch of this into some buckets and pour it over the top and then stir it into my pile. Hey, thanks for watching. And remember, every day is an adventure. Oh, and you should subscribe.